Howdy everybody, I'm Jason Salas here with the one and only Allison Hadley, of course the Executive Director of Guam Animals in Need. Allie, always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and it's a wonderful time of year because of course we've been telling you throughout the month of August that it's Clear the Shelters month, and this weekend up at the animal shelter we are doing exactly that. Allie, it's a wonderful time to love animals.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna host the Clear the Shelters event up at the shelter from 11 to 2. And the goal is just that, to clear the shelters. We're hoping that that will come to fruition. We've never been able to do it just yet, but we've gotten close.
There, so not just reduce, not just like a little bit. We're looking for like
clear them out.
Full occupancy, if you think about it in terms of like hotel.
Yes.
Yeah. So why is it so important that we do this? I mean, it seems self-evident, but I mean, we really have to make sure that all of these wonderful animals find a home.
Yeah, you know, it's they're all so deserving, and they've all come from different walks of life, and ultimately they've ended up at the shelter. And we love where we work, but we know that this is not where they need to be. They need to be in a home. They need to be with family, getting the love and care that they really deserve, you know, from someone who can be with them all the time. Mm-hmm. And we do have, you know, a mixture of boonies and, you know, some purebreds from time to time. And so we're just letting people know if they're interested or they've just been considering it, you know, show up on Saturday, see who's there. You know, you don't have to commit, but it might just give you a little exposure, and maybe you can come another time.
Trust me, folks, in the 3+ years that we've been doing this, because our friends over at NBC Universal, they have this wonderful campaign. We absolutely jumped on that trend, and it's so cool because, Allie, it's not just, you know, puppies, and there's also cats, right? For you feline lovers, it's puppies, it's older dogs, it's dogs that, as you said, I mean, they were roaming the streets for a couple years. It's dogs that came from like unfortunate situations. There really is truly an animal for any type of family.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got all kinds that are couch potatoes. They just want to hang out, Netflix and chill. We have a lot of those.
Those are great animals too.
Yes, they are. But we've also got some that they need to go on hikes. They want to go to the beach. They want to run and all that. So, you know, when people show up, we try to talk to them, find out what they're looking for, what type of family life they have, or individual life. Singles need pups and kitties too. And then we try to match them with someone that we feel is best. But of course, sometimes people just walk through and they just meet an animal that they make a connection with.
And there's a perfect word, because you said like we try and match them up. Like in the years that I've been helping out, like Gain doing this, usually it's love at first sight, I would say. I mean, it's the animal knowing that that's their family, and it's the people saying, that's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah, it's not a really long drawn out process and everything like that. Their eyes meet.
Yes.
So tell me about when you see that from your perspective, you know, from Gain and everything, when you actually see people make that connection with these animals.
That is the cherry on top of everything. You know, there is a lot of hard work that goes into this, not just because it's a nonprofit, because it's an animal welfare focused nonprofit, and resources are scarce, you know, overall for everybody, and it includes us. And we are doing our best. We're the only shelter on the island, and as everybody knows, the overpopulation issue is a very real issue. So when we do see those moments where the connection is made and an animal gets to go home, that's what makes it all worth it. That's what makes the stress and the blood, sweat, and tears worth it. And that's what I think keeps the staff coming back to work every day. Even after a really hard day, they know that the next day there's still going to be somebody that gets to go home, and they get to know that they were a part of that, and they get to see it happen.
All right, and speaking of making it worth your while, if you needed any additional little teensy little incentive for why you should head up to the Guam Animals in Need shelter up in Yigo, this is a festival. I mean, we're working to clear the shelters 100%, like we said. Yeah, but there's a lot of things to do.
Yeah, we're gonna have vendors, there's gonna be food trucks, and then of course the animals are there for everyone to, you know, get to know. Adult dogs can go into the play park, you can spend time with them, get to know them, make sure it's a good fit. We're also gonna have some raffle prizes for adopters. What else? There's all kinds of good stuff. My office manager has put together this event, and she's done an amazing job.
You can get pet supplies, I know. You can take selfies.
Yes, you can take selfies.
The dessert also,
surprisingly,
is crazy there. They have these amazing mud pies and everything that I can't get enough of.
Yeah, we love to bring in our food vendors and work with the different partners we've made throughout the years. And then everybody that adopts does get a special goodie bag of stuff to go home, you know, just to get them set up with their new pet.
Nice.
And, you know, questions, concerns, all of that. Animal control is also going to be there if they want to talk. You know, if you got stray animals in your area, SNP is also going to be there to talk about different options available at the SNP clinic, because it isn't, you know, we're just trying to provide as much opportunity for people that maybe wouldn't have either known about it or had access to it, and just spread the word. Okay,
and we always believe that many hands make light work here in our island community. So We're back to school now. If there are any student groups or anybody that just wants to get involved and do service learning, this is a wonderful opportunity. So can people show up? Can kids?
Yeah, sure. They can come, and even if we don't have anything maybe available right at that time, they can always talk to our office manager who works with our volunteers, and they can get on our schedule to come in and help us socialize the animals, which is a really big deal. And especially if they're younger people, that makes animals, you know, more comfortable with all kinds of ages, which makes them more adoptable.
All right, that's Allie Hadley over again. And everybody, please come up to the animal shelter in Yigo this weekend, 11 to 2. Feel the love, because it's going to be in abundance. So Allie, thank you so much. We'll see you there.
Thank you.